Have you ever reached the end of the month and wondered where all your money went? The truth is, money never just disappears. It always follows a specific, traceable path, even when it branches off in directions you didn't intend. Most monthly budgets contain small, habitual leaks that go unnoticed. By tracking every cent, you can identify these specific gaps and reclaim that capital for a better purpose. To recover those funds, we are going to use a strict three-step system. You will map your cash flow, plug the leaks, and redirect your recovered wealth toward a purposeful mission. Before we begin, you need a place to record information. Set up a blank spreadsheet, download a budgeting app, or simply open a dedicated physical notebook. Gaining control depends on the daily discipline of managing what you have, rather than the difficult task of earning more. Step 1 is tracking. For the next 30 days, you must log absolutely every purchase you make. No exceptions. This includes your major, predictable expenses like rent or mortgage, all the way down to a single piece of candy at the checkout counter or a quick transit ticket. This diagram shows the sheer volume of data this creates. Over a full month, you will generate dozens, if not hundreds, of individual data points that map exactly how you live. The most common reason people fail at this step is leaving out small purchases because they seem insignificant. But skipping those minor transactions creates blind spots, which breaks the entire tracking model. This leads to the foundational rule of financial management. If you do not measure your spending, you are incapable of controlling it. Completing this exhaustive 30-day master list strips away your assumptions. It presents the true, unfiltered reality of your monthly lifestyle. Step 2 is categorization. Now that you have your master list, review it and aggressively tag every single expense. You will divide your list into 3 distinct groups. The first is necessary. These are your strict, essential survival and living costs, like groceries and housing. The second group is important. These purchases add genuine value to your life, but they require a strict boundary so they don't become bottomless expenses. The third group is waste. This is unnecessary spending that generates absolutely zero return or lasting value. When sorting, be careful of self-deception. It is easy to justify a habit by labeling a waste expense as important. You must be ruthlessly honest with yourself here. This animation illustrates the structural separation. You divide the raw data of your daily life into these 3 clean columns, clearly separating your needs, your values, and your waste. Once the columns are separated, focus entirely on the third group. Actively hunt for small leaks hiding inside this waste category, such as subscriptions you rarely use or habitual food deliveries. While each impulse buy feels harmless on its own, looking at them over a 30-day period reveals their mathematical impact. They stack up rapidly, draining resources you could have kept. Wealth is rarely destroyed by large, catastrophic purchases. Instead, it is most often quietly drained through everyday, unmonitored habits. Step 3 is extraction. You have isolated the waste, and now it is time to take decisive physical action on it. Look at your waste group. Select exactly 3 items from that list right now, and commit to cutting them completely from your routine. But there is a critical mistake people make here. If you cut the expense but leave the saved money sitting idle in your primary checking account, it will eventually vanish. Unassigned money is vulnerable. If it isn't explicitly redirected, it will inevitably be stolen by your next impulse or the next targeted advertisement you see. To protect those funds, set up an automatic bank transfer for the exact dollar amount you just saved and move it immediately to a new destination. This diagram compares the 2 outcomes. Instead of letting those blocks drain out of your wallet, you redirect them toward a purposeful mission, like paying for an educational course, funding a business startup, or building a dedicated savings reserve. Completing this step stops the cycle. You transition from being a passive consumer to an active director of your financial future. By following these 3 steps, you have successfully mapped your cash flow. You have identified the hidden leaks, and you have broken the cycle of impulse spending. Your new permanent baseline is a customized 3-category budget operating defensively in the background of your life. The ultimate reward is an active, automated stream of that once hidden money. Every single month, it now flows directly toward funding your long-term wealth-building goals. To build this system, you need to start the habit today. Pull up your bank statement from the last 3 days right now and write down every expense you see. Control begins with the very next transaction you record. Every entry on your list strengthens the habit and secures your financial future.